The main aim of our session is that they implement all the tools that they have been understanding during the whole week and apply this to somatic calling. Somatic calling is the calling of mutations that are present only on the tumors and not present on the germline. This means that these are mutations that confer the tumor their growth abilities to overtake the population of the cells in the patient and become cancerous. And this is a problem that they have. And also another aim was, if they understand this, they can actually use the tools in a much better way, because they can change the parameters and the different values that they have to give as an input to the different methods available to predict somatic variants. And this way they can predict the cancer genes in a better way.
I think there were no any major difficulties. The group was more or less equal, with the same pre-knowledge before the starting of the course, and they learned they already knew to use some of the tools, but they learned to use it in a more appropriate and better way. And they were raising questions, they were asking, and particularly I think there were several people in the course with the cancer genome, so they were specifically interested how to analyze this. They were raising questions even before we started our sessions in the first day. So the interest was high. I think cancer is always a popular topic, and it's often that they have real cases in the hospital when they need to analyze them, and how to analyze them when they have exome sequencing data.
Well, the main aim of the sessions I've been involved have been to start with an introduction to NGS sequencing method for, let's say, people without a bioinformatics background and without a programming background. So the main goal was to show what are the pipeline and what are the main steps in between to get from the sequencing data till a usable result for example, diagnosis of relevant variants in rare diseases. The main focus was mostly to show why each step is performed and what is being done in each of the different steps of the pipeline, rather than focusing on how to do it and how to program it efficiently. And we've achieved this using graphic tools and publicly available websites and servers, which don't require to program, but they allow to effectively analyze and achieve usable results with NGS data. I think quite well. I think it was a quite good fit between the course setup and expectation and the participants' backgrounds, meaning that they are all involved in, or will be soon involved in, NGS data analysis, but from a perspective of not being the programmer, but from more of an interpretation of the results and of constant use without focus on the hardcore programming. And the response, I think it was quite well, and have been increasingly better throughout the sessions. And I could notice it from the level of questions and interest in each and all of the steps. Well, I personally like to give workshops and sessions, and if I have to choose, I really like something like this, where it's more practical and you have an ongoing interaction with the students across the whole hours of the workshop.
I think it was a really good experience because we really contact with real diagnostic cases, and it was a very challenging course because we understand how tricky could be the analysis, so I think it was really good to us to contact with this reality, because exome analysis is not exactly like a gene analysis. So we came with a lot more knowledge concerning the analysis of exomes.
Oh, it did. It met my expectations and improved my network for the perspective of actually doing exome sequencing. So I think that was a key point for us to be here and to integrate with the group.
Yeah, it was well organized, and first of all, I came here as an illiterate because I'm a pharmacologist. I have no experience in this exome analogy, and the organizers they managed it very well to have a short theory and then have more of interaction during the practical course, and it's a very well organized and well interacted. between there is a good interaction between the participants and the instructors.